Divine Sangha, this is Sangeeta, and today it's Vijayadaśamī. It's a wonderful celebration in Bharat, otherwise known as India, and it's a celebration to invoke the power of Goddess Durga to defeat the great demon Mahishasura. And in yoga, we understand idols, we understand divinities, we understand manifested reality as a psychic forces, energies, realities that are inner. And in this auspicious day, we invoke and celebrate the strength, the Shakti, the power we have inside to defeat inner demons, to defeat our dull tendencies. And these tendencies are natural. They come from our animal nature. And so we're not really judging them or making war to them. But the strength of the goddess is to make us aware of the weaknesses, of our own weaknesses, and therefore defeating the weakness by becoming more and more aware. In the process of becoming aware, many qualities are required. The goddess is celebrated in the battle with Mahishasura as being extremely beautiful, as being one who is loved by so many. She actually creates herself. She emerges from the combined strength and blessings of all of the gods, from the very, very ancient divinities such as Indra and Agni, all the way to Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. And all of the gods, all of these strengths and forces are brought together so that she can emerge. Now, I use the she pronoun because in the manifestation with form, it's a feminine form that she comes out of. But of course, it's a she and a he and everything combined because it is a force. It's a life force. It's the force of our discernment. It's our awareness. It's the capacity to become aware that we're not just this body. We are the body, and there's so much more. There's so much more to us. And a moment-to-moment awareness that is beyond judgment and that has a goal, because the goal is to be good and do good, but not in a goody-goody way, but good as in connected to the goodness of life, to the intelligence of life, good as it intelligent, as a strength that can be on this planet in harmony with the planet, without destroying everything, without imposing one's weaknesses on anybody else, greed and lust and accumulation but mostly, basically, it's the fear. It's overcoming the fear of death, the ignorance, that we're not just here to overcome or to be supreme over others, but that we're here to grow together and help each other. So on this very auspicious day, which concludes the 9 nights of Navaratri, the 9 nights of the goddess, with all of her attributes. And on this day, we thank all of the people, all of the beings alive right now on the planet, or alive in our memory, but who have left their bodies. All of the beings, and also all of the sentient beings, including, of course, all of the animal kingdom, the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom. All of those who are here to remind us that we're here to learn and love, that we're not perfect, that we're here to learn, to refine ourselves, and that we're all very, very fragile. We're all very, very vulnerable and very imperfect, actually. And therefore, we are humble and also strong. And those are qualities of the goddess also. She's very humble. She's very simple. She's very pure. And she's very complex. She's very intricate. She is very smart. She is very strong. And all of this can exist at the same time in us. So we thank today all of our teachers, the Guru Parampara, all of the gurus of all the paramparas. We thank all of the beings that have taught us, the beings that gave us life, our parents, the family, the biological family, the acquired families. We thank all of those who have helped us come here and be who we are today, with our frailties, with our imperfections, and with our strengths. So, personally, their list is so big. It's so long. It would take me, I don't know how many hours to list all of the names of those who have helped me to get here. But certainly, a few of them can be invoked today, realizing that all of the others are always invoked in my heart at all times. But starting with my parents, Mario and Giuliana, and all of the lines of my ancestors, all of those who came before me, and my sister Stefania, and her Dharma partner, Riccardo, and their daughter, Matilde. And in the line of gurus, the beloved gurus in the masculine line, Swami Purnananda Brigu, Swami Vivideshananda Brigu, Swami Kanakananda Brigu, Swami Gitananda Giri, and Yogacharya Puduvai Kalaimamani, Ananda Balayogi Bhavanani, and Anandraj Bhavanani. In the feminine line, all of the Dharma Patnis of the Gurus, and Puduvai Kalaimamani, Puduvai Shakti, Yogacharini, Ammaji, Meenakshi Devi Bhavanani, and Yoga Shakti, Yogacharini, Devasena Bhavanani, and Divya Priya Bhavanani. And all of my teachers, music teachers, Carnatic music, Devasena Bhavanani, and Jyotirmai Ma. And all of the teachers that I had in New York City, Pauline Oliveros, Meredith Monk, Fabrizia Barresi here in Italy, so many, and Andrea Goodman also for astrology, and Ilaria Fiorenzani for astrology. For spirituality, Ione, Reverend Ione, and all of the goddesses, amazing women of the Ministry of Mahat in New York and around the world. In academia, all of the teachers in academia here in Siena and Vassar College, New York City, my PhD advisors, Richard Schechner, Fred Moten, Barbara Browning, Alan Weiss, all of the other at Tisch School of the Arts in New York, and Eugenio Giusti, John Ahern, Roberta Antognini, Guzzi, Simona Bondavalli, and all of the others at Vassar. Thank you all so much for everything you've always done to me, and for me, and with me. And all of the colleagues and teachers at DePaul University in Chicago, all of the students in Chicago, New York, upstate New York, Siena, Rome, Milan, Berlin, India, so many. It's wonderful. It's wonderful to be here together. And I would like to dedicate the invocation of a very powerful hymn, a hymn to Goddess Durga, the Mahiṣāsuramardinīstotraṃ, especially to my gurus, Yogacharya Dr. Ananda, Balayogi Bhavanani, and Yoga Shakti, Yogacharini, Devasena Bhavanani. And of course to all of our beautiful mentors and the Sangha, the Gitananda Yoga Sangha, the Nad Yoga Sangha. I dedicate this to all of us. And I am going to be using this book, this one, and it has the Sanskrit, the transliteration, and the translation. It's from the Sri Ramakrishna Math, and I'm going to do my best to recite it with the proper pronunciation, but I know already that I'm going to make mistakes. But I think this is important also. I was thinking maybe I wouldn't do it because this is a sadhana for me. It's not a performance. So I'm not here singing, as a performer, the Stotram. It's a sadhana. And so it's a practice. And like all practices, sometimes there are many mistakes. And from the mistakes we learn. And so I will make mistakes. When I realize I'm making mistakes, I'll stop and continue. So this is not a recording in studio of a perfect recitation. But I am going to put in the description of the video here on YouTube, I'm going to put one video with a beautiful recitation or invocation of the Stotram without mistakes. So you can use that. And then also a link to the Sanskrit, the transliteration, and then the translation. So the Stotram has 20 verses. It's in Sanskrit, and each verse is a mantra really, because it has the sound, the choice of vowels, semi-vowels and consonants, the pauses, the rhythms, they all entrain the mind to become still. So while reciting, while invoking the Stotram, there's a rhythm, and there's of course a melody, and there's a lot of movement, but at the end of the recitation there's quiet. There's really utter quiet, because during the Stotram, the Sanskrit is so complex and so full that the mind is unable to think about anything else except then the sound. And the sound is so complex, sometimes for Westerners, this is introduced as a tongue twister. It really is. And it gets more and more complex as we get to the end, with the last verse, for me, is the most complex of them all, for some interesting reason. It's like when you hike a mountain and the last piece, there's so much energy, but you're also like almost giving up, which is the energy of the sadhana, right? of the Shakti that is required to overcome the dull tendency of giving up. Okay, so with that in mind, and with all humility, and with all apologies for those of you who are also practicing this as a sadhana, but who have more experience, who were born with it, or who are, fluent in Sanskrit or Hindi, and who can practice this and who can invoke this perfectly, my sincere humility and apologies. Just know that I'm doing my best. And that's all. That's all I can do at this time. So we'll invoke it together. And thank you all for being in my life. Aigiri Nandini Nandita Medini Vishva Vinodini Nandanute Girivara Vindhya Shirodini Vasini Vishnu Vilasini Jishnunute Bhagavati Heshiti Kanta Kutumbini Bhuri Krute Jaya Jaya He Mahiṣāsuramardinī Dannakapardini Shailasute सुरवरवर्षिणि दुर्धरदर्शिनि दुर्मुखमर्षिणि हर्षरते त्रिभुवनरोषिणि शङ्करतोषिणि किल्बिषमोषिणि घोषरते तनुजनिरोषिणि दितिसुतरोषिणि दुर्मदशोषिणि सिन्धुसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐ जगदम्ब मदम्ब कदम्ब वनप्रियवासिनि हासरते शिखरि शिरोमणि तुङ्ग हिमालय शृङ्गनिजालय मध्यगते मधु मधुरे मधुकैटभगञ्जिनि कैटभभञ्जिनि हासरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐ शतखण्ड विखण्डित रुण्ड वितुण्डित शुण्ड गजाधिपते रिपुगज गन्ध विदारण चन्द पराक्रम शुण्ड मृगाधिपते निज भुज दन्द निपातित खण्ड विपातित मुण्ड भटाधिपते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐरन दुर्मद शत्रुवदोति न दुर्धर निञ्जर शक्तिभृते चतुर विचार दुरी नमः शिवदुत्त कृत प्रमदाधिपते दुरत दुरीद दुरशय दुर्मति दानवदूत कृतं तमते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐ शरणागत भैरवधूवर वीरवर भयदायकरे त्रिभुवनमस्तकशूल विरोधि शिरोद्धिकृतामलशूलकरे दुमि दुमितामर दुन्दुबिनादमहो मुखरिकृतङ्गमरे जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि चन्यसपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐ निजहुङ्कृतिमाकनिरकृत दुर्मविलोचन दुंश्ररते समरविशोषित शोणित बीज समुद्भव शोणित बीजलते शिव शिव शुम्भ निशुम्भ महावतर्पित भूत पिशाचरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते दरुणसङ्गर नक्षर सङ्गपरि स्फुरदङ्गण तत्कटके कनकपिशङ्ग पृषक्त निशङ्गर सद्भर शृङ्गहता बतुके कृतचतुरङ्ग बलक्षितिरङ्ग घटत् बटुरङ्गर तद्बटुके जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि शङ्कपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय जप्य जये जय शब्द परस्तुति तत्पर विश्वनुते जन जन झिञ्झिमि जिङ्कृतनु पुरशिञ्जित मोहित भूतपते नटित नतर्धनति नतनायक नाटित नत्यसुगानरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐ सुमन 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 सुमनोहर कान्तियुते श्रितरजनी रजनी 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 हर वक्रवृते सुनय वीर भ्रमर 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 भ्रमराधिपते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते सहित महाहवमल्लत मल्लिक मल्लितरल्लक मल्लरते विरचित वल्लिक पल्लिक मल्लिक झुल्लिक भिल्लिक वर्गवृते शितकृत फुल्लस मुल्लस तारुण तल्लज पल्लव सल्ललिते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि मन्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते अविरल गण्डगलन् मदमेदुरमत्तमतङ्गजरजपते त्रिभुवनभूषण भूतकलानिधिरूपणयोधिनि रजसुते ऐ सुदति जनललमनासन मोहन मन्मथरजसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते कमलदमालककोमलकन्तिकलालितमालनभाललते सकलविलसकलनिलयक्रमकेलिचलत्कलहं सकले अलिकुलसं कलकुवलयमण्डलमौलिमिलद्बुकलालिकुले जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते करमुरलीरव विज्जित कुज्जित लज्जित कोकिल मंजुमुते मिलित पुलिंद मनोहर गुंजित रंजित शैल निकुंजकते लिननग भूत महशररी गण सद्गुण संहृत केलितले जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते कतिततपीतदुकूलविचित्रमयुक्कतिरस्कृतचन्द्ररुचे प्रणतसुरासुरमौलिमिनःस्फुरदंशुलसन्नखचन्द्ररुचे जितकनकीचलमौलिमरुर्जितनिर्भरकुञ्जरकुम्भकुचे जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते विजित सहस्रकरैकसहस्रकरैकनुते कृतसुरतारकसङ्गरतारकसङ्गरतारकसूनुसुते सूरतमादिसमानसमाधिसमाधिसमाधिसुराजरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते पदकमलं कुरनीनयने वरवस्यतयोनुदिनं सुशिवे अयि कमले कमलानिलये कमलानिलयः सकथं न भवेत् तव पदमिव परं पदमित्यनुशीलयतो मम किं न शिवे जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते कनकलसत्कलसिन्धुजलारनुसिञ्चति ते गुणरङ्गभुवं भजति स किं न स ईकुचकुम्भतति परमम्बसुकानुभुवं तव चरणं शरणं करवाणिनतं वरवाणि निवासि शिवं जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते तव विमलेन्दुकुलं वदनेन्दुमलं सकलं ननुकूलयते किमुरपुरुं तपुरिन्दुमुखी सुमुखी बिरसौ कुमुखी क्रियते मम तु मतं शिवनामधनि भवति कृपया किमुत क्रियते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते अयि मयि दीनयद्दैलत्लुतयत् कृपयैव विभविते अयि मयि दीनदैयलुतय्य कृपैव तयुव भवताय मुमे अयि जगतो जननि कृपयासि यथासि तथानुमितासि रते यदुचितमत्र भवत्युररीकुरुता धुरुतापमपाकुरुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते Jaya Jaya He Mahiṣāsuramardinī Ramyakapardini Shailasute. Jaya Jaya He Mahiṣāsuramardinī Ramyakapardini Shailasute. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Katyayanaya Vidmahi Kanyakumari Dhimahi Tanno Durga Prachodayat. Om Tat Paramparaaya Vidmahi Jnanalingeshwaraya Dhimahi Tanno Guruhu Prachodayat. Om Lokha Samastha Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.